Shalom, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, double honors unto our apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sons of Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. In this lesson, Lord, when it's edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, I have a quick article I want to go into. This is impromptu. This whole lesson, is impromptu. Came across a post from Fox on YouTube, and they had a link with this article, man, and basically this is proof, man. This is proof. This is a high level clue that Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies eventually will lead to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip implant, which we've been saying for years now. I personally been saying that for years now, and other brothers, man. But as we see, Bitcoin is the talk of the town right now. It's at an all-time high right now, around 35,000. It's skyrocketed over 2019. And more people are getting into cryptocurrencies, which the word cryptocurrency, that word crypto going back to hidden. So it's a hidden currency. It's a hidden money. The currency, which where current goes back to flow, right? To a circular flow. That's why any type of money is like the blood of a nation. Okay, it's like the electricity in a computer. It's what keeps the system alive. So we know through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, through the prophecies, that they're going to issue out a new form of currency, a digital currency, which, when you read Revelation, the 13th chapter, it speaks about the beast, which we know is NATO and the EU. All right, the power structure of the so-called white man is going to issue a mark that without that mark, you will not be able to buy or sell. You won't be able to do business. You won't be able to trade. So common sense tells you that that's speaking of a new currency, right? A new form of currency. So just like Apostle Tahar tells us, man, and the way you decipher the prophecies, you got to watch for the prophecies. You read the prophecies, and then you look around and you put two and two together. What makes most sense? If we know that obviously it says this man is going to issue a mark that without it you can't buy or sell, right? Obviously that's talking about a new payment system. So look around and look around the earth and see what type of new payment system is getting bigger and bigger. And with the whole Crown Royale 19, all right, pandemic, they have been saying that we have to do away with the money, with the cash, because it carries germs, and then they said it was a coin shortage. Turn in your coins, and they've been getting more people to do contactless payments, and the Bitcoin is skyrocketing. More and more people is getting into cryptocurrencies. It's becoming more and more mainstream, right? But check this out. This is Fox Business, right? Published January 13th. Losing a Bitcoin password can cost hundreds of millions. San Francisco programmer has 2 more chances to guess password to Bitcoin worth 220 million. So you have people right now. You have a lot of people that invested in Bitcoin back when it wasn't really popular like that, and they may not have been into it. A lot of people just probably put money into it and forgot about it, which really that's really how investment's supposed to work. But the thing is, with this Bitcoin, man, they saying if you forgot your password, you done. Check this out. It says Bitcoin can make you extremely rich. which a lot of people have become millionaires, right, from investing in Bitcoin. But it's worthless for owners who have lost their passwords. A computer programmer living in San Francisco has only 2 more chances to guess his password. If he fails, he won't be able to access Bitcoin that, as of this week, is worth about $220 million, according to the New York Times. So this one guy, he invested however much money he invested, but now his investments is now worth $220 million, but he can't access it. How crazy is that? He cannot access it if he doesn't find out that password. So you mean to tell me that's the only way to identify that this bank account belongs to me? That's the only way, with a password? There's no other way of identifying me. Seriously? That's a joke, man. That's a huge joke, especially when you're dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars. His problem isn't that unusual. People forget passwords all the time, right? But there is typically a procedure provided by a bank or online store to allow you to get back into your account, right? People lose credit cards, people lose debit cards, bank account, you forget your account number, you forget your PIN number. There's a ways around that. If you got money in the bank and you registered that with your social security number and things of that nature, no matter what, that money is gonna be there. Whether you lose your card or whatever, you will be able to get that money. Hey, but they saying with this Bitcoin, man, all it's about is with a password, and if you forget that password, you screwed. Which that tells me, it's with this whole story too, with this programmer San Francisco, to me, through the spirit, that's all propaganda. That's all propaganda, man. And as this thing becomes more and more mainstream, you're gonna have people demanding a new way of identifying themselves with this digital currency. You can never have it purely digital. You have to have something tangible. You have to have something physical to link you with this digital money. That's not the case here. The problem is the programmer. Stephen Thomas lost the password for his Iron Key hard drive, which contains the keys to a digital wallet with 7,002 Bitcoin, the Times said. It gives users 10 guesses before it seizes up, and it encrypts its contents forever. Now, how stupid is that? How stupid is that? You mean to tell me if I forget my password, I will lose all my money, gone forever, and the money just vanishes? Come on, man. This is a setup. This is a setup. About 20% of the existing 18.5 million Bitcoin are inaccessible. Wow. Because they're either in lost or stranded wallets. So come on, man. Like that's the most stupidest, one of the most stupidest things I ever heard in my life, man. All this money you just tell me is just gone. It's just gone, never to be gone without a trace. According to the Times, which cites cryptocurrency data from Chainalysis. To get an idea of how much that is worth, as of Wednesday afternoon, the value of one Bitcoin is more than $34,000. And that's even after a sharp price drop on Monday. As a result, roughly 140 billion in Bitcoin has been lost or stranded. So $140 billion just this, they telling me it's just gone. Man, this is the setup, bro. This is the setup. This is the setup. As this become more and more mainstream, the people gonna have to demand that there has to be some other way to link me with this digital wallet. There has to be something physical, not just a password that you could forget. You need some type of physical tag to link you with this digital money, man. People lose passwords all the time, right? You gotta think about it, man. The people that created this Bitcoin, and which they say they don't know, and it's a mystery and all this. We know who it was, man. It was the elite. This is all part of their plan, their agenda. They baiting people in with this, saying this money is free, you're your own bank and all this, just to bait people in. But if you lose your password, that's it. Come on now, come on, bro. It's more to the story. And as this becomes more and more mainstream, you're gonna have people saying, we need another way to track this money, to prove, to identify that it's you. And you know what they're gonna use? The microchip. Why? Because you can't lose a microchip. It's in you. You see where this is going? All this money lost, this is propaganda, man. Losing private keys is just like losing physical cash. Gucci said, as a matter of fact, unfortunately, losing private cryptocurrency keys is a very common issue. Darren Guccione, CEO and founder of cybersecurity and password management provider Keeper Security, told Fox Business. So this is not this. They saying this is a big issue with dealing with Bitcoin. So obviously they're gonna have to have some type of way to revise this issue. They can't let this continue to go on. It's become more and more mainstream, and more your average everyday people start using this. There's gonna be a demand for some other type of way to identify yourself, which is gonna be that radio frequency identification, the same thing that's in your debit card, but in a capsule form. All right, and that's the way you're gonna do your business. The mark of the beast, which is the microchip, the RFID microchip, is going to be the hardware to the software of the Bitcoin. Something you can never lose. It's in you. It's under your skin. Forget about the password. You don't need a password. You know? And like I said, this got to be I'm pretty sure you got a lot of people that have lost their money for real, but think about it, man. When you sign up for something like this and they tell you, it's only password based, the next common thing should be, I gotta engrave this somewhere. When you engrave something, you can't forget it. Like, I was thinking, let's say if I was in the world and I was all into this Bitcoin thing, I wasn't in the truth, I didn't know the mysteries of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. Common sense should tell you, well, if only way to prove myself is through a password, that's not, I'm gonna forget that. I gotta engrave this, I gotta carve this somewhere where it can never fade away. And the obvious would be a tattoo. A tattoo, you can't forget that. You put it somewhere on your body where not everybody sees. They may not even know what that is, but okay? So, spiritually, that's gonna lead to the chip, man. If, for example, you lose a $50 bill, that money is lost forever. A private cryptocurrency key is unique to the owner because it identifies them as well as the amount of cryptocurrency registered to that owner. If you lose this private key, you lose your cryptocurrency. It's that simple. So they gotta have a new form of identification to link with this. And it's gonna be radio frequency identification, man. It's all going digital, it's all going technological. The beauty of Bitcoin is also the greatest impediment for those who have lost or forgotten their password or key. Bitcoin has no middleman or company you can turn to in order to recover a password. It is a decentralized digital currency with no central bank. What you have, the Federal Reserve, they've been talking, for some time now about delving into the world of cryptocurrencies. and creating their own cryptocurrency, something maybe along the lines of called Fed Coin, which is a Federal Reserve cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, I believe China is coming out with their own cryptocurrency, as well as Japan, as well as Venezuela. Okay, and these are things are going to be centralized with their banks, so you can't lose your password. You can't, you know what I'm saying? So this is a setup. You can't tell me that's not a setup. But its unusual structure is the bane of those who are locked out. They have been forced to watch helpless as the price has risen and fallen sharply, unable to cash in on their digital wealth. Wow. Wow. You know, the scripture said we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, it's just a quick impromptu. You know, if you can't see it, you can't see it. The Most High haven't opened up your eyes, but for those who have eyes that can see, it's plain. It's plain. You can't just have digital currency. You need something physical behind that, man, to link to your identity. So we know where this is going. Through the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua, we know where this is going. So this is just another clue. This is just another hint. You know, the scripture said, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Okay? These devils, they're cunning, they're crafty. You think they didn't think about, you think they didn't think this up when they came up with this? No, that's they made it like that. So that the people, it's called problem, reaction, solution. Okay? The solution, which is what they want the whole time, is to get the people microchip. That's what they wanted the whole time. So they need a process, what they call the method. They need a method, a proper method to get this thing done. So I'm gonna create a problem. Well, first I'm gonna create this new digital currency, this Bitcoin, get everybody sucked into it. And then I'm gonna create the problem, which is the problem, the biggest problem behind it is if you lose your password, that's it. Okay, which is gonna cause a frenzy, it's gonna cause people to go crazy. Could you imagine, let's say this guy really did lose 220 million, could you imagine how bugged out that would make you be? Especially if he's an Edomite, you know? So that's the problem. And the solution is gonna be what? If you link this with a chip, if you put this chip in you and link it to your digital wallet, which you have people already that's doing that, okay, on their own though, because you know they understood that I could lose this password. You have people that have linked to digital wallets and then put it in the microchip. You got a lot of that going on in Sweden, so they're already hip. And as this thing goes on, you're gonna see more and more people doing that. All right, so let me see. Let me just do a search. Microchip linked to digital wallet, and then I'll close this out. Let me just see what we can find on that. You see, there's articles on this, man. Oh, there we go. Here we go. CBS News. This is from 2014. Man becomes human Bitcoin wallet with chip implanted in hand. Mr. Bitcoin will never forget where he left his wallet. It's implanted under his skin. The Amsterdam-based Bitcoin entrepreneur, whose real name Martin Weismeyer, turned himself into a real-life cyborg by having a miniature digital communications chip implanted in his hand. For what? For his Bitcoin. You see? In his mind, you know, he's a smart man, because he's like, I can never forget his password, which more than likely he's an Edomite anyway. So hey, kudos to him. He's gonna be destroyed anyway. But for you Israelites, you gonna get caught. A lot of you gonna get caught up in this madness, man. You're gonna get caught up in this madness, and you're gonna take that chip and you're gonna be destroyed, man. You see? So we know where this is going. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Basham, Yahushai Basham Hakodash. Double honors unto our apostles, the others, a great millstone, who rule well to the next legend. Shalom.